任何力量
No force can shake the status of our great motherland or stop the Chinese people and nation from marching forward.
保持香港
China must maintain lasting prosperity and stability in Hong Kong and Macau, promote the peaceful development of relations across the Taiwan Strait, and continue to strive for the motherland's complete reunification.
Chinese-US ties are at their lowest point in decades. The most vital and sensitive issue for Beijing, not trade, not Huawei, but Taiwan. In the middle of September, China sent jets close to the island for 2 days of military drills, prompting a scramble of Taiwan's air force. Let's look at why tension is rising around the small island and why it involves Washington. China claims democratically run Taiwan as its own territory, to be taken by force if needed. The island has lived with that threat since 1949, when nationalist forces defeated in the Chinese Civil War fled there. The US has stepped up support for Taiwan lately, sending top officials for 2 visits in as many months.
The United States knows that we will always have a friend in Taiwan.
That plus major new arms sales. To China, the US is effectively backing Taiwanese independence. So why is the island so vital? 2 reasons. Firstly, geography. It lies in a key location on the edge of the Pacific, between the disputed South China Sea and Japan. Secondly, it's a tech powerhouse, home to the world's biggest contract chipmaker, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. The US sees Chinese tech firms as a security risk, and has moved to cut off its access to advanced chips, including those from Taiwan. Taiwan and China have no official dialogue mechanism, meaning any small spark could quickly escalate. Taiwan's military is well trained and well armed, but dwarfed by China's People's Liberation Army, which is in the throes of an impressive modernization program. Taiwan's president has made upgrading the military a priority, stressing, quote, asymmetric warfare. But China could easily overwhelm Taiwan with missiles, air attacks, cyber attacks, or a naval blockade. China's foreign ministry spokesman.
Taiwan authorities are spending their taxpayers' money on defense, but no matter how much it spends on defense, Taiwan is still a tiny place. Confronting the mainland is like an ant trying to shake a tree.
A conflict over Taiwan may suck in the United States and its Asian allies, though it's an open question whether or not Washington would come to Taipei's aid.
With relations between China and the US continuing to deteriorate, a new video released by China's Air Force may be another source of concern. The highly produced piece released on a social media platform shows Chinese bomber aircraft capable of carrying nuclear weapons launching a simulated attack on what appears to be an American airbase in Guam. The Pacific Island and US territory is home to major military facilities, and its airbase would be a likely target for any conflict in the Asia-Pacific region. The Chinese video, named The God of War H-6K Goes on the Attack, shows H-6 bombers taking off from a desert base. A pilot eventually presses a button which sends a missile towards an unidentified runway. When the missile homes in, a satellite image is shown that looks exactly like the layout of Andersen Air Force Base in Guam. The timing of the video's release coincided with China performing a second day of drills near Taiwan to express anger at the visit of a senior official from the US State Department. Neither China or the US immediately responded to requests for comments on the video.
More high tensions on the South China Sea. Chinese state media releasing video on Tuesday confirming that Beijing's Seoul aircraft carrier held drills in the disputed waters at the start of the new year. It comes just days after neighbouring Taiwan said the ship had passed south of the island, adding to an already edgy atmosphere between the two sides. China says the Soviet-built vessel and other warships sailed around the east coast in what it calls a routine exercise complying with international law. The Navy also announced on Monday that J-15 fighters had carried out flight drills in the area. The latest exercise comes at a time of strained relations across the Taiwan Strait, sparked by Donald Trump's phone call with the island's president last month. Beijing has also expressed anger over US naval patrols near islands it claims in the sea, last month seizing an American underwater drone, raising fears of a diplomatic fallout.
多架大型运输机已经准备就绪，空降兵正在陆续登机。那么与以往不同的是这一次他们完全是按照战斗编组进行人装连投，让空降兵一落地就能坐上战车，战斗力满格，直逼敌人要害。
数架运输机组成战斗编组冲上云霄，向预定空域飞去。
此次联演，我们充分发挥大型运输机的运力优势，按照最大承载量运输伞兵，可以在最短时间将空降战斗员一次性投入战场。
这次联演，空降兵们将以3门4